This is our Liberty of the Seas adventure. Here's a look at our cabin. You see our bed. Couch was over there. Vanity mirror, television, coffee. Got a closet here, little storage area. Has a safe to keep your valuables in. Has a walk-in closet. Plenty of place to hang and store your clothes. The bathroom, pretty decent sized bathroom, has a shower tub combination, some storage in there behind those glass windows. We're going to go out here into the venture around the ship. We're on deck 9. This is the hallway with all the staterooms on them. Most of these are balcony rooms on the right. On the left would be the interior rooms. We go down here, you see how long the hallways are. This is where the stairs and elevators are located. You spend a lot of time, if you can take the stairs, because you spend a lot of time when the ship's not at port waiting on elevators. So I'm going to take this elevator down to the 5th floor, which is the promenade. So this is a promenade deck. On the right is basically your customer service. If you need have any questions, need change, anything like that. From the left, I think this is a martini bar. We went there one time and they were real snooty, so we've never been back. I think we were just looking for a regular drink and I think they were just doing martinis. All right, the promenade. Here on the left is next cruise. You can book your next cruise right there, save you some money. The cafe promenade. It's a coffee place. You see all the interior rooms with the view of the promenade deck. Ben & Jerry's ice cream. There's a cupcake decorating thing there. They teach you how to decorate cupcakes. Stroll on the right. Let's see what we got here. I think, all right, so over here we have the general store. This whole deck is nothing but shops and bars, and there's a wine tasting place. I think that other one was some perfume and vintage stuff. See, it almost seems like being in a mall. Yeah, you can do wine tasting here. So those stairs right there, those go down to the casino. Here is the logo and souvenir shop. Get Royal Caribbean stuff there. So the stairs to the casino there. We never go to the casino. This is the Hoof and Claw. It's an English type pub. We like to sit outside here, just do some people watching. This restaurant on the right is Sorrento's. It's basically pizza. I don't think it costs anything to get pizza here. The only time I went there, they told me just to take it. So I don't know if it was yesterday's pizza or if it's free. I'm not really sure. I think it's free. I see people walking around with it a lot. Okay, here's the front of the ship, elevators. There's kind of a layout of the ship. It shows you what's on each deck, where everything's at. So see the Platinum Theaters down there on decks 3 and 4. Scroll up, you can see it goes up to here on deck 4 now. This is the Schooner Bar. They do a lot of trivia here. There's a casino going down at the end. And this is a Mexican restaurant. We've never eaten here. It's one you have to pay for. It's not included in your price. So if you eat there, you got to pay a little extra. Platinum Theater. Sometimes they stage you in here before your trip to shore. This is the actual theater. We're getting ready waiting for a show to start. So now I've moved up to, actually gone up to deck 12 and go out here, and deck 11 is a solarium pool. No kids, nobody under the age of 16 allowed in here. So a lot of older group here. Plenty of places to sit and get some sun. Now heading around the front of the ship, also on deck 12, as you can see, there's plenty of deck chairs. Now the elevator does not go up here. Actually, I guess this would be technically deck 13 because I had to take stairs to get up here. So you have to walk up here. There is a putt-putt course, little 9-hole. Something to kill time if you don't have anything else to do. It's usually not very crowded up here. And sometimes kind of windy and hot because there's not any shade. Okay, now back down to deck 12. That up there's for the elites to suntan in. Everybody else, there's a hot tub. Several of those on board. Plenty of chairs. Like I said, we're at port today, so everybody's in Grand Cayman, so the ship's not very full right now. There's a bar. And the pools down below. There's a bar down below there as well, so you can always find you something to drink. It's a 1/4-mile track runs around this, so I run on it, sometimes. Here's a view from the pool deck. They had Caribbean music being played. See, it's a pretty day. They got a big TV. They show movies and stuff there at night. We're parked in the Caribbean. There's just a quick view of how much water there is in the Caribbean. So I move along deck here. Here's the kids' splash pad and pool. This is very noisy end of the pool section. There's a lot of kids, still plenty of area to lay out. Okay, gonna head back to this kind of teen area. There's Johnny Rockets. There's an arcade in there. Plenty of stuff for teenagers to do. This kind of an old-fashioned malt shop type place to eat. And there's actually some people in here eating while I went by. We've eaten there before. We didn't do it this time. And I'll go up to it's called Wave Runner. It's where you can learn to surf. See the water slides. There's a couple of them. Here's where they come out at. You can race each other down that. And we've got the sports court with basketball, rock climbing wall. It's like they even had it set up for soccer or something. So if you want to get some exercise in, this is a good place to do it. 7 Mile Beach, it's a very pretty island. Okay, back going through this is a Voyager area. This is for kids. It's kind of, you can drop them off here depending, it's segregated by age group. So there's a lot of different things to do. You can see there's a checkerboard, ping pong. There's a tic-tac-toe thing I'm standing on right now, but there's a ping pong table, tic-tac-toe and checkers. And here's another one, this group. Now to the Windjammer. This is kind of the buffet place. It's open most of the day from about 6:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Some nights it's a little later. There's Chops Grill. You have to pay for that. It's a steak place, not included. But you can make reservations and eat there. You can see the man with the walker. A lot of people with scooters and walkers. This is a Jade part of it. It's Chinese food, Oriental food. Scroll on around. It's kind of a deli spot. And then here's where they'll have their main courses for the day. Usually quite a few things to choose from. Food's always pretty good. Breakfast is awesome. It's a dessert area. Again, more entrees. This is kind of your hamburger, hot dog, French fries, stuff like that. Nachos. sandwich stuff, and more entrees, plenty of food. Yeah, it's usually hard to find a table, depending on what time you go. And here's the drink. You have to make reservations there. Okay, we're gonna go down. It's an art gallery. You can buy paintings if you want. I think they're fairly expensive there. I'll head over to On Air. This is kind of like a sports bar, although we were there several times and the bar was never open, so maybe we're just going at the wrong times. Maybe it's more of an evening thing. But they do have trivia here. We came in here and played NFL trivia and did terribly. At Studio B, this is the ice skating rink. You can come down here in the off hours and, it's open where you can go ice skating. But they also have shows and they're pretty good. And so we attended a show. We always do. Okay, here's deck 4. You can see this is where all the life rafts are. People that don't have balconies, a lot of them will come here to look out over the ocean. They have plenty of chairs. When you have a muster, you have to muster at the start of the cruise, show you where you have a muster station where you're supposed to go. Here's the library. Not extensive, but you can find a book to read. There's usually several people in there reading books. See, back to we're on the port side. There was our housekeeper, Alfina. She cleans her room about 3 times a day. Got my CPAS card here. You use that for everything. You don't use cash on the ship. Everything goes to that. It gets you in your room, gets you on and off the ship. And you never know who you're going to find in these rooms. Okay, these are tenders. At some ports, you don't get all the way up to shore, so they have these little boats that take you in and back. Actually dock right next to the port, so you have to go through the checkout. They scan you when you go out, and you just kind of walk into port. This is Falmouth, Jamaica. See the ship, all the port area. If you got excursions and stuff, they have you meet here, and they'll have you meet at a certain place. They'll take you on excursions. There's a Margaritaville here. Plenty of shops in the port. You can find pretty much, it's not bad price stuff. They have a craft market here. A lot of, as they say, homemade products. Who knows if it is or not, but a lot of people around here looking for bargains, finding, you can find some odd stuff in here if you're looking for something special. And they do all just talk like, oh yeah, here's a guy. See, he's even turning Jamaican. There she is, watching me down below, keeping an eye on me, making sure I'm not getting mugged. All right, this is us leaving Jamaica to, again, another pretty island, a lot bigger than Grand Cayman. So we slowly pull out. It's a pretty port. Okay, so this is kind of what the promenade usually looks like. A lot of people are heading to dinner right now. So that's the 5th floor. See how busy it is down there. People heading to the elevators. That's what the elevators usually look like, pretty full. People going to dinner. And this is a dining room. Usually 1 or 2 nights a week, they'll put on a little show for us. The waiters will play some music and dance around. See, it's a pretty big dining room. We've always been set, kind of over in this same area. We show you how big it is. Got the big chandelier, but there's 3 floors of it. So see the captain's table over here, and then just all the different levels of eating and dining down there. So always great food at the dining room. We eat their dinners at 8 o'clock every night. They have 2 formal nights where you dress up. They'll serve lobster. You get steak pretty much any night. There's good food. And here's the sun setting on our last night. That's setting in the Gulf. And we're headed back to the USA. About this time, we're pretty much ready to be back and get off the ship and get back to our normal lives. Hope you enjoyed.